everybody. Jerry Corbett of J. Corbett Ministries, and this is the offering. Hey, welcome back. It's good to see you. It's good to have you. Thank God for you. And it is awesome to be able to share this time with you. Hey, listen, greetings to you. Hey, do me some favors. I need them, if you will. I want you to hit the subscribe button. That's one. I want you to subscribe. If you're here for the first time, please subscribe. If you're here and you've been here but you have not subscribed, please do so. Now listen, ring the notification bell is next, and then after that, I want you to go to the bottom of the screen, see the thumb up, the thumb down, hit the thumb up. Everybody on, please take that moment to do just that. If you're watching this later, please do the same three things that I ask those who are watching it. It's coming on live, and thank you so much for all your help, all your support, whether you pray for us, whether you support us by viewing, whether you support us financially or whatever it is. Thank you. I am very grateful and extremely thankful for you. Hey man, we've been talking about some interesting stuff. We've been talking about friendship, but I want to shift because you can't be in friendships and they be effective if you don't know who you are. So I want to take some time today to talk about this all-important subject of how to discover who you really are. So how do I discover who I really am? How do you discover? See, that came from some interesting thought that I had earlier in the week. And I began to think about, have I ever asked myself, and then now I'm thinking, have you ever asked yourself, I really don't know who I am. Who am I? Who am I as a person? Who am I being put on this earth with a purpose? And who am I as a person with purpose? What kind of plan is being unfolded so that I can optimize, rather than just exist. So sometimes we enter into this thing, and I coined this little phrase in my thought in my study time: self-estrangement. That we are estranged from our own selves because we don't really know who we are. So that uncertainty of who you are, listen at this, it can lead to a shifting sense of identity. And what it can do is result in identity crisis. And what we believe after that is that, look at this, that our experiences or our environment or our experiences and our environment have made us who we are, and there's nothing we can do about it. My brothers and sisters, I have some news for you. So I want you to develop a stronger sense of who you are. I want you to self-identify rather than being caught in that identity crisis. And I want you to think deep, kind of like Erik Erikson did in his old idea of identity versus role confusion. And so sometimes we in our adolescent stage, at a younger age, we believe that those experiences and those environments make us who we are all the way through our lives, and that's not necessarily true. We believe that we are a product of our society or a product of our family, or that we in our own individual sense have this unique thing that keeps us from having the room we need. Keeps us from having that room to fight off the shame, to fight off the humiliation of experience and environment, and it prevents us from developing and giving us that room for growth. But today, my brothers and sisters, what I want to let you know is none of that is true, because what I want you to know is you can discover who you really are by a process of digging deep down in yourself and giving yourself another chance. Look at this, another chance to be who you really are. Hey, God has purposed that you be, yes, a unique individual, that you are wonderfully wrought, that you are uniquely made, indeed, and that you have purpose. And in that purpose, you will discover it early and be the person that you were called to be, designed to be. You are a designer's original. You are the only piece of art the way you are. There are no copies. You're the only one. So there is something that will be missing in the earth wherever you are if you don't discover who you are and who you really are. You know, it's amazing because sometimes I read a little bit of poetry and I'm thinking about, you know, Yesenia Eugene Perkins. Hey Black Child, that poem, if you've read it. If you've not, just Google it. See what it's about. It starts like this. Hey Black Child, do you know who you are? Who you really are? Do you know you can be what you want to be if you try to be all you can be? But the key thing is, do you know who you are? And if you know who you are, you can be everything you try to be, everything you can be. But the key is knowing who you are. And so we're going to go on a short quest and discover how to discover who you are. All right? So there are a few steps that I want to introduce you to today. Discovering who you are so you can dig deep into your purpose and find out who you are, and you can fight that dreaded element that keeps you from being all you can be. And that dreaded element is fear. Many of us, not knowing who we are, we fear. We find ourselves in fear, and fear stifles. You know, even biblically, the Bible teaches us we're to cast off fear, because fear, listen at this, brings on torment. And it'll torture us if we're not careful. So it'll cripple us to the point that we won't be able to do anything. So let's look at these things that'll help us discover who we really are. Here's the first one. The first one, and the first thing in discovering who you are, you have to ask yourselves, what are my interests? What do I like doing? What hobbies do I have? What am I passionate about? And on the other hand, what is it that I dislike? What is it that I have disdain for? What is it that I loathe? What is it that I just can't stand doing? I don't like it. And we've got to get a sheet of paper, draw a line down the middle, put likes, hobbies, passion, put dislikes, stuff you just don't like at all, that you loathe. Write it down. And all the stuff over in that dislike, you have to say, wow. And then all of this in the likes, you have to start building. All right? Because in that, you're going to discover your personality. Now, who you really are, you have a certain personality type. One of the drawing cards of discovering who you really are is discovering what kind of personality you have. I would suggest that you take the Myers-Briggs personality indicator. It's a test. You can find it online these days. There used to be a whole long paper test way back in the day, but now you can find it online. And I don't know if it's free or not, but it would be worth it if it isn't. But to find out what personality you are, to kick into those likes, to dispel those dislikes, you see? So I would do that. If you're going to find out who you are, delineate between your likes and dislikes. Now, then, this is key right here. Number 2, what's important to you? See, what do I like and what's important to me? What do you mean what's important to me? What are your beliefs that you adhere to? What about your morals, your value set? What about your faith? What about your origin, your family of origin? What about all of that? See, because what's good about my family of origin? What's bad about my family of origin? What's important to you? Who are the people that make you tick? Or who are the people that make you sick? You see, and you delve into all of that. You can start digging into things that you see caused you to end up where you are. not fully knowing who you are. So, my brother, my sister, what is your belief? What do you deeply adhere to? You know, there's a lot of stuff going on in the media today to certain beliefs. And I'm just use these words. Are you conservative? Are you moderate? Are you progressive? You know, are you liberal? What are you? Are you woke? Are you unawoke? Are you in a shell, or do you appreciate others that aren't like you? See, these are beliefs and values that you have to tap into yourself about. You know, what's your idea of God? What's your sense of spirituality? What do you believe is moral or unmoral? What do you believe that is good for you and society, or bad for you and society? You know, where does your faith lie? Where's your confidence in a higher being? What is it that you do that makes you tick every day? So when you find out all of that, you can start digging into who you really are, discovering who you are. That's two so far. Listen at this. One is delineate your likes, your hobbies from your dislikes. Two, what's important: faith, values, goals, morals, beliefs, and write that down. Write it down. You know, some people go with traditional sense of marriage. Some people go with the non-traditional sense. Some people go, with the traditional sense of family or the non-traditional. What is it that you like or dislike? Figure all of that out. And don't let anybody influence your idea. You dig deep into yourself and see how you feel. Search your heart out to see how you feel about an issue, rather than allowing somebody around you to impose their ideology upon you and shape your thought. You shape it. All right? Here's three. Remove any outside obstacles, pressures, or influence. That's how I end at point 2. So you can't let anybody or anything from the outside, your church, your community, your family of origin, their beliefs, whatever, shape yours. You've got to dig deep into you and to see who you truly are. Don't let any pressure from society, pressure from news, pressure from faith groups, pressure from what you feel, that may be imposed upon you in any way. You have to figure all of that out. You have got to spend some time with you. You've got to get in your presence. You've got to be quiet where you are. You've got to turn off the TV, Facebook. You've got to turn off Instagram and X. You've got to turn off all of this social media. You got to turn off all of this TV, all of this stuff in your ear, and you got to spend time with your own self, and don't allow any outside pressure or influence help you make your decision. But you do it alone. Go alone. You get into a corner with you, yourself, and I, and your higher being. And you carve out who you are. Yeah, that's the only true way to find out what's really in your heart. Okay? So do that. That's 3. If you're going to discover who you are, you got to delineate your likes from your dislikes. You've got to know what's important when it comes to your beliefs, values, morals, goals, and faith. Then thirdly, you cannot allow any outside pressure or influence from anything or anybody. All right? Yeah, there it is. You have a million or more than a million conspiracy theories going around. People won't, they dig in the house somebody else feels and it shakes their feelings. No, you dig into you. You quieten your spirit. You sit down. You go into your secret closet. You talk to yourself. Talk to God and discover who you are. Here it is. Here's 4. Listen. If you're going to discover who you are, you got to challenge yourself to do new things. Yeah, you can't be afraid of what you never tried. You know, there's some people who really wanted to do some stuff, who really have this burning desire to do something. They're afraid. They won't challenge themselves. They sit in the seat of complacency and won't try anything. You know, you see a whole lot of people. You might even say, hey, try this new dish, this new type of food. Have you ever had it? No, I don't like it. How do you know? Well, I just don't want it. I won't try it. People short circuit some stuff because they won't challenge themselves to grow. Complacency, the same old, doing the same old, and expecting a different result. Somebody told me you call that insanity. And listen, you can't grow and develop if you don't try new things. Yeah, you know, if I would have settled for addition and subtraction, I would have never understood the power of multiplication and division. You know, and I would have still had that same first or second grade concept and mindset rather than moving and progressing on. All right? If you stop with the addition and subtraction of your life, that's all you're going to ever know. That's all you're going to ever get. That's all you're going to ever be. But you've got to challenge yourself to do new things. Some of you have been saying, boy, what if I could do that? But you talk yourself out of it, or you tell somebody else, child, I would not do that. They're not you. And if you're going to truly discover who you are, you have got to separate yourself from the noise, from the people, and challenge yourself to do other things. Even eating new food, even traveling. Some people, I would never fly. You know the thing you need to do is try it. You know, I would never do this. You ought to try it. It's in your mind. Try it and see. And when you do, you can begin to discover more deeply who you are. Listen at this. The fifth thing I want to share with you today is this. If you're going to discover who you are, you've got to learn how, after you challenge yourself, after you try new things, after you cut outside pressure off, after you know your beliefs, your values, your morals, your goals, your faith, after you delineate between your hobbies and your dislikes. Look at this, your likes, your hobbies, and your dislikes. Listen to this. You have to learn how to trust yourself. You hear that? You got to learn how to trust you. You will never know who you are fully if you don't trust you. And that's the problem with a lot of people. They won't try certain things because they don't trust who they are. They will only go this far because they don't trust. They believe, if I go this, I'll go too far, I won't come back. That's because you don't trust you. That's because they don't do certain things. They don't have certain fun. They don't go into certain things because they do not trust themselves to come back to their original center. See, that's why it's important to know who you are, to get to trust yourself. So if you are out of pocket or you try something new or you challenge yourself with something else, you know where center is. You know where home is. All right? So, my dear brothers and sisters, learn how to trust yourself. Learn how to kick into who you are and be the best you. These are 5 ways that you can discover who you are. And when you fully discover who you are, you can be who you were meant to be. Do you know who you are? Who you really are? Do you know you could be what you can be if you try to be all you can be? All right? That's my time. Hey, brothers and sisters, here we go. If you're going to discover who you are, number 1, you got to delineate your likes and hobbies against your dislikes. 2, you got to understand what's important. Your faith, your goals, your value system, your moral set, and your beliefs. 3, you have to rid yourself of outside pressure and influence. 4, you have to try new things to challenge yourself. And 5, you have to learn how to trust yourself. Do that, and you'll discover who you are. Hey, I'm Jerry Corbett of The Offering, and I will see you soon. Stay peaceful, stay together, stay blissful. Hey, man, do everything you can do to be part of the solution and bringing ethnicities, different races, different cultures, different people together. and letting everybody be free to be them and love people the way they are, and then I think you'll be pleasing to God. But that's my time. Love all of you. See you soon. Peace.